Hello.
Hello.
We are back. Let's see if this works. There we go. So I'm going to be playing some Gradius.
Which Gradius?
I'm probably gonna play a little bit of both 1 and 2 because they're both on this game. But before you ask, even though there is action replay up, this device allows me to play Japanese games on my American
I see.
Saturn.
No cheating whatsoever.
No cheating at all. It even says right here, start game with no cheats enabled.
Well, there you go. You are now certified.
Yes. I am very much not a cheater.
Item upgrade slots.
I should probably change what game I'm playing in. I'm playing right now.
Yeah, that's a good
I'll be right back. Wait. Oh, great, here we go. I'm hunting frogs.
Hey, is the stream actually working?
Let's find out.
Or is it still showing offline?
Well, let me see if I can pull up your stream. It still says you're live.
Okay, making sure.
Yeah, you're live. I can hear myself. In my beautiful voice.
So cultured.
Yes, it's so sweet. Also, hi. I'm catching frogs. As Queena. How do you say her name? Their name?
I think it's Kina.
Keena. Also, I can't wait till we do the Final Fantasy IX night. That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
I still need to play through that one.
It's really good, man. It's my favorite Final Fantasy.
I have it installed on Steam. I just haven't touched it yet.
Just need to.
I remember I originally played it on PS1, and this was only like 5 years ago, and I didn't know that card games were optional, and I got stuck on one, so I just never touched it.
There is one area that is not optional, actually.
Destroy them all.
you have to do. You only have to do 2 rounds of it, and then you could either lose or win against the champion. It doesn't really matter. But you do have to beat the first 2 rounds. But they're not that hard.
Oh, this is at the very beginning.
No, okay, yeah. You don't need to do any of the card games until the one very specific tournament that you have to do with 3 rounds. Yeah. They're optional up to a point.
Yeah, I learned that when I started the game. I don't know why I said that. I don't think I've gotten to play yet.
Oh yeah. You haven't even gotten through the play yet. You haven't even gotten to your first boss. Yeah. Final Fantasy 9 is my favorite. Well, 3D at least.
What's the 2D?
6.
I can do it. I'll play 2D. It has to do with tactics or tactics.
I've never played any of them, so I
Have you ever played Fire Emblem?
Nope. Oh well, I played the GBA Fire Emblem for about 2 hours and stopped.
Okay, so it's not Fire Emblem, but
Yeah, I've been told that.
I should have saved that.
I already did listen. Hold on, I'll ask you something. Hold on. we get started. But right now I'm pretty far in. I'm in disc 3 of it if I was playing the disc version. So yeah, I'm in, and there's 4 discs. I'm making some headway. Trying to figure out where this damn castle is. Oh, there it is.
Shoot it in the head.
This is always the part of the game where you realize just how underpowered you are. What's up? My least favorite character in the game. What's up, Nova? So, Tura, what were you saying about Final Fantasy Tactics?
Final Fantasy Tactics is Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem is good.
Ah, okay.
No, Final Fantasy Tactics is Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem is slow.
I'm sorry, I think you're doing your all the good characters Tactics has.
Yeah. Sorry, I instigated this.
This is all your time.
I'll take it.
mean, at this point, if you look at fire right now, I guarantee you it's kind of the bottom of the barrel now.
Yeah. Anime
Now
and all that.
it's to the table with things.
Shoot it in the eye.
Oh, crap.
I bet.
Yeah. I beat my high score,
Sweet.
and I'm on the crystal stage now.
I'm at yeah, Gradius.
Oh, fuck. Ah! Damn it. Ida.
Poor move. You got deck.
You need some practice. Destroy them all. Ida. Missile. Option.
much does this take?
Speed up. Speed up.
Hold it up.
Speed up. Speed up. Shoot it in the head.
Good.
You shall never return alive.
So what are you up to, Nova?
I'm making an RPG.
Wait. What?
I'm making an RPG.
Making a pizza. Yeah.
I'm still adding.
So wait, have you
You need some practice.
I finished all the item stuff. Now I'm on the skill stuff. Actually, no, I just finished that. Not the equip stuff.
Sweet.
Which is really important because it's going to determine whether or not we can do that. You know, the thing that will set it apart from other games.
right?
Destroy them all. Destroy them all. Destroy them all. You need some practice. Destroy them all. Speed up.
Oh wow. There's a plugin to make the weapon on these systems.
Missile.
Neat.
Option.
guys, I'm gonna leave. Yeah, I'm getting very tired. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.
Yeah,
You're in hell.
I know. And I just flew out of it. I wish there was a way I could turn down the game volume. Because I could turn it down for the stream, but I can't turn it down for myself.
Well, you can turn it up for the stream and then it will turn down.
Okay, I'll try that.
I mean, it should anyway.
In theory. Let's see.
Let me change it.
Like, are you still listening to the stream?
I'm not listening to it because
Oh,
but I am watching.
okay. Because I just want to make sure that this is not going to blow out people's ears.
Oh, I'll turn it up.
Okay.
Oh, alright. The music's really good.
Yeah. Like, does it sound alright?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. I'm gonna turn it down.
I sound like I'm really far away, even though
Okay. Because, I might not be able to fix that.
No, it sounds right to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, that's my mic.
Okay.
I'm not facing.
Shoot it in the head.
I'm gonna mute myself for a second.
Okay. I just want to have it down low enough to where I can still hear you guys.
Okay, I did not know that space had phoenixes.
Yes, and I just blew it up.
Okay, space doesn't have phoenixes anymore.
Yep.
New monster.
You shall never return alive.
I actually turned continue
What the
on.
fuck was that?
Oh, the voice?
Yeah, what was that?
I think that was supposed to be the Bacterian leader. He said, "You will never return alive."
Shoot it in the eye.
So the good news is that you can just level try something while you can do it. Bad news is
I was so close.
I just heard like a death rattle from you.
That was more like a death struggle. Oh, God. I'm at the part where I died last time.
You can do this. I believe in you. Believe in the heart of the cards. Believe in the league that believes in you. Believe in the heart of the cards that believes in you.
Okay. Damn, and that died.
You got boost power!
I don't like it. I don't like.
Even if you lose, you got a new high score.
Oh. I fucked myself there.
You need some practice.
Wow, that's fucking annoying.
What's that?
You need some practice.
Yeah.
Are you a bad enough dude to be good at the...
No. I was when I was younger, but now I'm old.
Age has withered up epic game of skill.
I say that, and it's like, I can't get past this, but I'm getting better at competitive Smash Brothers, and it's like, what?
It's almost like practice helps you get better at things.
It almost is.
No, that can't be it.
I don't accept that. I should be able to leave a game alone for 10 years, 10 consecutive years, come back, and I could be even better than ever.
I mean, to be fair, that's happened with me in a few games.
For me, that's usually how it goes. I went back to like, I don't know what. I think it was in, I was in like, I think I was in high school or junior college. And I got DKC2 on the, and I had memories of getting just destroyed by it in the past.
Yeah.
At it. But I beat the whole thing 100% with all the little secret coins or whatever.
Wow.
And I got that cool ending with the pirate ship, and I was like, oh, I guess I've gotten better. You'd be surprised, like, when you go back to sometimes you're just like, oh, you know, when I played this time, I didn't have the
Yeah.
problem solve my way through persistence.
You need some practice.
Shut up.
Not that I have not played nearly as many platforms as I should have. So like all my platforming skill is just down.
There's some real professor oppression going on here. Are you a boy or are you a girl?
As far as I know, this was the only arcade game that actually asked for the gender of the player and then its name.
And I haven't actually seen any other ones that ask the age as well.
See why they didn't do that again.
And then they basically changed it up to where they would still ask you that, but then they'd ask what your sign was. I don't know what the deal with that was.
Alright, that's fucking weird.
But then again, in this game, it asks you for your age, but in the other games, it replaces that, but with the horoscope.
I'm surprised it doesn't ask blood types.
I'm surprised it doesn't ask about blood type, too. Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, blood type, it's like Japanese.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, was this made by Japanese company?
Konami.
Okay, then yeah. So I would actually expect blood type as opposed to horoscope, or maybe that was just what they did with translation.
You need some practice.
This is like the worst part of this game, and it's only the third level. That time I was just being stupid. Just fucked me up.
You need some practice.
I thought I was gonna make it that time.
You need some practice.
this manual said something about how to do a soft reset.
Okay, go to the new layout. Oh no, it's just the test menu. Never
Yep.
mind. No.
What?
Using an action replay. Come on.
I have to. It's what allows me to play Japanese games.
Oh, I thought that you were actually doing cheat codes.
No. It also is my memory manager, so when the battery on my Saturn dies and I lose all my saves, they're all right here.
Oh, okay. Never mind that.
So, it's really cool because it's an action replay cheating device. It's a memory card.
Moogs, you cheated yourself. You cheated the game. You experienced a hollow victory. And yeah.
I experienced a crushing defeat. You saw it.
And now he's resorting to cheat codes.
No, I'm resorting to playing a different game on this collection.
It's sad you don't know the difference.
Between Gradius 1 and 2.
I mean, to be fair, I don't know the difference.
One's harder than the other.
Have you guys not seen that?
No, I have.
Oh,
okay.
definitely.
There was a whole meme that happened a while ago about... I'm not exactly sure. I forgot what prompted it. But then this guy just came out of nowhere on Twitter and was just saying what Nova was saying.
Yeah, it was Sekiro. Dude cheated on like the last boss.
Yeah.
Hey, is this a remake of the original?
No, this is the original.
The music's amazing. It's like a total upgrade.
Yeah, this is the arcade version.
I love it.
Yeah, it sounds a lot better than the NES. I still want to eventually get Sexy Parodius.
That's the parody Gradius thing, right?
It's... Wait, what'd you say?
It's the parody Gradius.
Oh.
The Final Fantasy.
Yep.
So,
really is. Well, it's kind of set up too, where if you die at the very end of a level, you get checkpoints, but it doesn't really matter. Because of shit like that. And that. Yeah, and Gradius doesn't allow you to continue, so you have to beat the game in full go.
Yeah. No.
Oh, I fucking hate this part. You know the trick, right?
Yeah.
What's the trick?
If you move your helpers, you can just like shield yourself from all.
Pretty much.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, they moved the boss into this chamber.
And I ran into those bullets. Ugh.
Oh, man.
Okay, I should be able to get past this part. Yes.
You'll get it.
Well, I got an extra life.
I got a boss or something? Oh no, you're fighting other grades Cheerios.
Yep. Oh. Oh, fuck!
Yeah? Oh god. Oh god!
Oh my god, I was not expecting that.
We're like 3 seconds behind.
That was not cool.
That was not cool at all. I wish I could continue from there. I'm gonna watch one.
Yeah, that super sucks that you can't like just continue.
I can continue on Gradius too, but you saw how well that went. I'm gonna try one more time, and then I'm gonna switch over to my last game.
Okay.
What's the last game?
Quake.
Oh, I haven't played that one. That's 8.5.
Now, granted, this is the Saturn version of Quake.
We got have mercy on me,
So, yeah.
Okay, so aside from Tangent Dragon, what is the best Saturn?
What?
What's the best Sega Saturn game?
Ooh. Let me get back to you on that.
Alright.
Honestly, I'm really partial to the Panzer Dragoon games. I think those are probably the best games on the system.
See, and just about everybody else says that, which is why I said aside from that, which is... And that's more just me not knowing what's on the system.
Yeah. Although, I would love to play the Saturn version of Mega Man 8. Because there's a lot of stuff in that version that wasn't in the PlayStation version.
Oh, that's cool.
Like the unused Tengu Man stage track. And you can also... There are also mini stages you can visit that are Woodman and Cutman.
Ooh. Wasn't that one just, like, bad, though?
Wait, what?
Mega Man 8. I heard that that was just not good.
No, it was a good game, it's just that it's well known for its bad voice acting.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Which, speaking of, did you know that Mega Man's voice is actually higher than Roll's?
I mean, that makes sense.
I did not, because I've never actually heard the voice acting, but
They really, really wanted to like approximate the. I don't know. I don't know what.
I think it was just because, like, we all know that Mega Man is supposed to be a boy.
Yeah,
But at the same
a little
time...
kid though.
Yeah. But what little... Well, then again, I was going to say, what little kid sounds like a girl? Unless they're actually a girl.
Dude,
Most
plenty
little
of little
kids.
kids.
I know. Wow! Dick move! God damn!
Oh.
It spawned literally on top of me. There was nothing I could do.
Yeah.
That right there is total shit. It grazed my wing and it still killed me. I keep thinking I can go between them like I can on like the other games, but that's not possible in the first game. Yep. Alright, I'm gonna switch over.
I don't want to head on the bed because I have sleepy bitch.
Alright.
Y'all take it easy.
See ya.
Yeah.
The Saturn cases and even the Saturn discs for like Japanese games, I think they look a lot better than the American ones.
Let me take a look.
Like, let me.
Oh, they look like GameCube discs.
Almost, except they're still full-size discs. Let's see.
Ow.
You right?
Yeah. Back.
Ah. Let's see. Yeah, apparently I read up on this version of Quake is that the way it was made, it's a miracle that it could even work on the Saturn at all.
Whoa. Let me see what this. What is Quake's original?
It was originally for PC, and then it got ported to the Nintendo 64. I think it also got ported to the PlayStation, and then it also was ported to the Saturn. But honestly, if you wanted like something that was as close to the PC version as possible, it was actually this version of the game.
Sort of a.
And also, it's a very dark game, like very dark.
Yeah, like can't even really see it.
Exactly. Oh. That went well. Okay. Oh, okay.
Can't see shit down here.
Got fucking mutilated for a second there. Oh shit. Rocket launcher. there's a way to make this game brighter.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't even have brightness settings in the actual game settings. Yeah.
So, are you still alive?
Yep. It's just that since I kind of have to press a button in order to aim while firing, because
Sucks.
okay, so I am literally right now playing a first-person shooter with the Sega Saturn pad. So all I have is a D-pad, 2 shoulder buttons, and A, B, C, X, Y, Z as buttons. That's it. So, yeah. And I just learned while on stream that if I do press the aim button that lets me look around, if I tap it, it centers my view.
Wow.
I just learned that.
Good job.
God, this game is too dark for its own good. You know what the funny thing is about this game too?
What?
Is that so I have a 4K TV, and if I set it to vivid colors, I don't know why. I would assume that since it's vivid, it would make the colors pop more, right? It makes it darker. And it's like, okay, now this is quite literally impossible at this point. Like, I think in order to get it at the proper brightness is I have to play it on a CRT and crank the brightness.
That sucks.
It's funny because I've legitimately thought about getting a CRT.
Well, I mean, you're pretty hardcore about it.
Because honestly, I don't see how anyone in their right mind would play Quake the way I am now. But I mean, like, once you grasp how the controls actually work and everything, it's Quake. It's just Quake with some really bad control issues. But it's Quake. think I hurt myself more with that exchange than the actual enemy did. Oh, there were these enemies with like claws for hands that were trying to maul me to death, and I started shooting grenades at them, and they started bouncing off the walls, and then, well, they died, but I nearly died with them. But I think it's still kind of cool to go back and, like, play games that I missed like this. Even though, technically, I didn't miss this particular game. I played it on PC, so... But, like, I heard Digital Foundry talk about this game, and I was like, I have to try this.
This is just a BRB.
Okay. Ooh.
So, Moogs, is it really okay for you to this late?
Yeah, because I don't go... it's 11:03 right now. I don't go into work tomorrow till 4:30. It's
So?
yeah. I mean, like, do you have to go?
No.
Yeah. Otherwise, I probably would have went to bed about an hour ago. Yeah, usually on Mondays they have me closed instead of open, so...
Hello.
Oh, I'm still here.
Okay.
Sorry. Wait, what? Oh.
Receive 25 health. Speedruns of this game don't really distract.
Oh, no, they really don't. Like, everything that you see in a level is mostly a suggestion when it comes to a speedrun.
We have recommendations.
Yeah, there's a wall there, but whatever. Damn it. What? God, this isn't creepy at all.
Can't see shit.
Yeah. The worst is when the music loads back in because it goes completely silent.
Ugh. Alright, I'm going back to the headquarters.
Alright.
My back hurts. Hurts to work right now.
What all did you get done? Just kind of like...
I got distracted and tried to start writing notes down.
Okay.
But I did get through the plugins. I got through a couple more sections.
Okay.
I think we're gonna have lots of good options.
That's good. Let's see. Because, like, I'm guessing our best times we can work on this together would probably be during the weekends for now.
I mean, I can work on it. I tend to work on it.
I guess, because, I mean, technically on, like, days I close, I usually wake up around, like, 12:30, and then I get ready, and then I have, like, from about 1 till about 4 o'clock until I leave for work. And then, of course, when I get back from work on like Wednesdays and Thursdays, I get back around like 5 in the evening, so I can work then too.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's how I see it. We don't yet know what the bulk of work will be for, like, the stuff you're going to be involved in.
Yeah.
So for now, I'm just going to keep you in the loop.
Okay.
What's happening, and if I end up doing, doing some part of it that, like, I'll let you know what's happening, because
Okay.
there's something I'll share it with you.
Because I figured too that like the hard part about this is if we were both working on this together, it would be like passing the project between one another.
Yeah, and that's another thing I was thinking. It's how you possibly
Because there should be a way where we could just like pass, like
we could probably like have a shared, like a drop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe like a Dropbox.
I feel like Dropbox would probably work best for us considering how small it is. At least right now.
Yeah.
Because another one I could think of off the top of my head would be Perforce. It's something I used back in college.
What's it called?
It's called Perforce. Basically, it's a it was this thing that we used where all of us could work on the same project together. And then when we say, like, finish a script, or finish a map, or level, or finish something for the game, we pretty much have a home directory where everything goes.
So like a
Yeah.
you like push a build almost.
Exactly.
Okay. So my understanding of RPG Maker isn't like high enough yet that I can say with confidence, okay, you know, this is how the files will be organized.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I doubt it will probably ever get that far. And if it does, I mean...
We can adapt.
Yeah.
At some point, what it'll end up being... Because I think it's hard to nail down this stuff down when we don't...
We don't know if it's going to work or not.
No, well, I guess we don't, but I feel like we have a pretty good... I have a really good feeling in it. The issue for me is that I don't yet know what tasks I want to give you.
Okay.
What parts of it. I kind of want, like, the stuff that I can think of. So, like, but you would need to know about what else is going on in the game to, like...
Yeah.
So, like, it's just to kind of, like... I was trying to get to this earlier. Get around to it because I have a great goal. There's a... So you know how, like, the level progression is sort of tethered to, like, whether or not you found these boxes and whether or not, like, found a... Like, you don't ever... Like, you... His, like, base attack upgrade, like, happened twice in the whole game.
Oh, wow.
Well, no, it happens, like, once, twice. It happens 4 times. Twice for his boots and twice for his hammer.
Okay.
So, like, stats going up, like, base stats going up.
It's probably not going to be much of a thing.
No. Like, when they level up, they're not going to gain automatically, like, attack and all. It's just not going to make...
It's just going to be just stat bonuses that you can add, right?
I'm on the fence. I really don't...
Oh.
be so like obviously.
Well, this is a good thing because technically we're still in pre-production, so we can
Yeah,
just
it's early, and this is the time to talk.
yeah.
Because in what's gonna keep the damage numbers low and the like complexity, or sorry, and the like meaningfulness of each action is like keeping those primary stats from being able to be like increased too much.
Yeah, because then like instead of like a big attack being like 50, then a big attack might end up being like 500,000.
Yeah, and I mean like 50 is achievable attack in Paper Mario. Like I think 20 or 22 is the highest you
Yeah.
can see in the first game.
Because, I mean, like, unless you're, like, a god at timing with super jumps, then you probably could get a 50.
Oh, I guess what I meant is like
Oh,
de
you...
facto,
Okay.
de facto damage cap.
Gotcha.
Because, like, there's no enemy attacks that do more than, like, 20. Like, I don't think I've ever seen them. And generally, you're not supposed to get hit by those. You're supposed to find a way to either reduce the crap out of it so that it... And even then, though, it's something like...
Yeah.
You know, what would normally nullify like this great strategy makes those attacks, like... Anyway, I'm getting into the weeds. What I was trying to say is that I feel like when they level up, they should get like one stat to increase. But I feel like there needs to be a really low cap on like the max. I think the max of those stats fairly, because you know there's going to be a person who's increase my AP every time until I can just one-shot all this stuff. Like, that's what we want to avoid, right?
Yeah.
And so we want there to be builds where that's like it to be like a no-brainer. Oh, you should just do that. Like Paper Mario almost just barely gets off the hook about this because, you know, the build that everybody does that just breaks the game is you never upgrade your HP.
Yeah, you just go for badge points for the whole game.
Yeah, and then you basically have all these things you can do that change the rules so that you don't need HP that bad.
Yeah.
And it just like, you know, it's an interesting way to play the game, but it's also like
a broken as hell one.
Yeah, well, yeah, because it takes away their need to engage with the other two choices of the big three. So, you know, there's that. But because there's more stuff, it sort of behooves the player to prioritize if they only get to increase one of them.
Okay.
Unless it's HP or LP, I feel like those could go up in of like 5. Just because they're like HP and FP respectively.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like those numbers need to... Those are sort of the... Like what those are actually is the battle length. So like when you play Paper Mario, the battles don't... The damage numbers get a little... The thing that actually gets higher is the length of the battle because things have more health.
Right.
So, you know, and they try to find challenged in a new way. Like, they don't just, these guys are, you have to be ready for that. Like, they say like, okay, these guys won't let you do this thing that you normally do. Because that's what you've been able to do up to this point, and so you have one less option. What do you do in this situation?
Okay.
That's why the battle design in those games is good, is because
it takes into account like most of that stuff.
yeah, that stuff is more important to it than like level or like health. Like that stuff is like not.
Not really important.
That stuff is important, but it's
Well, it's mostly about the encounter.
yeah, the encounter itself. Like if there's like a piranha plant is not a big this or that, but if there's 4 piranha plants in a row,
Yeah.
you have to start, and you only have like what 10 HP build. You have to start asking yourself, do I think I can survive all 4 of them attacking? Because on the next turn they will. None of them, because there's no missing in this game.
Yeah.
That's why those are sort of tense moments, because it might be that if you do your action commands perfectly, you're now we're not going to have action commands, so
Okay, I was about to say. I was gonna ask.
it's a lot.
Is that gonna be
It's a lot.
Yeah, because I mean, I've actually seen an RPG Maker Mario RPG actually use action commands.
Yeah, and I mean that's nifty and cool, but you have to build or else it either gets stale or falls apart, or it's not worth doing.
Yeah.
On the level, I feel like the game that does that best is Mario and Luigi series, because
That one is just like that's like the go-to.
that's
my
like
opinion.
all that like that the amount that battle system a little bit like battle strategy stuff, but mostly just execution. Like, and they're not complex really. They're just very like punishing if you don't. They're very like pass or fail. Like they don't. It's not like, oh, I blocked 2 of those attacks, but I didn't block one of them, so I cost a little more. No, it's like I jumped over 3 of them, but then I messed up and I got hit by the 2, and now like it shaved off 2/3 of my.
Yeah.
Because it's like the arm of a boss or something. Like that stuff is like what makes that game interesting. We don't have a conceit like that. I feel like the thing here is going to doing a lot with a little. That's really my goal. That's what I think is interesting. I feel like games like FF6 have a problem where the difference, and I mean that has it for different reasons, I guess, because we teach everybody how the same spells. But
Right.
early in that game, the characters are very different because a lot of them don't have the same abilities. Like some of them can't use magic at all.
Right.
Some of them have like whole menu else have, and like that's great. But the longer the game goes on, they start to blur, and then by the end, they're all kind of the same.
Yeah.
While they have those differentiating skills, only a few of them remain useful later in the game, and because all the stuff you've gotten from Magicite is just like stuff that makes them better. Is stuff that's better than all.
Yeah.
And I want to highlight. I want this game to feel like the differences between the characters, and the differences are what make them interesting and valuable. That's actually sort of like narratively important.
Right.
And I feel like I want to Toby Fox it and embed the narrative.
Oh.
What's up?
Oh. Nothing? Oh. I'm just dead. But, yeah, I can see that. So basically, just like, well, I mean, not be all like, oh, we're going for an Undertale vibe, because that's what's hot. It's more like, you want to do something that's kind of close to that, but with your own spin on things.
No, what I'm saying is like, so like Undertale, like the story, resolving things without violence, right?
Yeah.
And they could have just said that, like they could have, and then said, "See, you didn't have to do violence, like because at the end of the battle, you killed them." But like, it specifically allowed you to kill them, and also made it hard. Don't to simulate how in real life, like solving conflict where people can be harder to do if you want to attack someone with a weapon. Like a war where you don't kill people is extremely hard and like probably like impossible, right? And
Yeah.
so the game doesn't just tell you that in the story, it like make you feel it when you're playing it, because you're like, God, if I could just like cut this guy in half right now, it would be so much easier than trying to like
Reason.
Yeah, like reason with him and try. But like that's the challenge of Undertale, is finding a way when there's resistance, when the person you're up against wants to hurt you.
But you don't want to hurt them.
Right. Like, or they feel threatened, trust you enough. Yeah. A lot of the regular monster battles, like this person is out to get you. They're just like you, and you have to convince them that you're not scary by being a little weird, which is actually great. But with the bosses, they're like, no, I've been to destroy you, so you're gonna. I'm expecting you to fight me, and just because it's not gonna stop me, right? Like Undyne, for instance, you just can't do that. You just can't. You can't reason with her.
Right.
So you actually just have to like run away. Just leave her alone. And then there's like Papyrus. You just have to like wait him out, because he's not confident enough to actually kill you.
Right.
You just have to let him get to the point where he realizes, and he's like, all right, fine, I'm letting you go. So embedding the narrative in the gameplay is making you feel that the message of the game is real, because you're having to like deal with the ramifications of it as you mechanically what you're doing.
Okay.
And so that's why I was saying, like, similarly, I want the game to not be. I want it to be really hard to play the game if you try to rely too much on one person.
Okay. I see where
Because-
you're getting at when it says that at certain parts, certain people tend to leave the party.
Right. Yes, that's done specifically to throw, because by that game, you've kind of gotten in a groove. You understand it. It's different.
Yeah.
You've probably found a party that you prefer, and that part of the game, I guess we're spoiling this for your stream, is intended to is intended to like shake up the player's expectations, to make them feel like kind of naked without their like the differences they liked around, to like force them to deal with a party setup they don't like.
Yeah.
And that's why I've chosen like specific setup.
Okay.
Particularly just removing Nova is all makes. No one else can just use mana to heal.
Right. They have to either use, well, depending on who they have in their party, I mean, like, they probably won't even have items to heal with.
I mean, there are a couple other people who specifically have that, and that's the alternative. But
it might not be as potent as Nova's magic.
Right. I mean, and there's one other character. They're not in your party very long. So it's sort of the goal is to kind of like make people feel like they need this in order to survive.
Okay.
And make them feel that when there are others around them, they can't survive. Like, or that it's harder to survive.
Gotcha.
I mean, Nova can't even fight if there's no one else in the party. He doesn't have any combat actions, so like, just you would be running away, like, ending until you die. Like, you're protecting each other.
Yeah.
That's why everybody has a defensive move. Most of them can be used to help.
I don't know why, but whenever I need to hear, like, the most important parts of your sentences, you always cut out.
Yeah, I think it's like a Discord.
Probably.
I might also just be. Okay, is this better?
It seems like it for right now.
Okay, good. It's probably trying to figure out when I pause weird, so it doesn't know.
It's still annoying.
So, yeah, it is really annoying. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do about it.
What
I'll
the
be
hell?
insane.
Oh, I'm dying. Jeez.
Yeah, you're Agatha. So.
Can you still hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I moved my. I got the Demise costume for Ganondorf.
Ooh.
Well, it's like a color scheme.
Oh. I still thought it was really weird that when I first saw Demise, I was like, wow, they literally took the Oni skin from Street Fighter, and they turned him into a Legend of Zelda character.
Yeah, well, they took Ganondorf's shirt off and just lit his head on fire. Well, no, he's a little different. Demise's design is really weird. It's like being like subsumed by some like corrupting force that's like all but covered all of him but his. It's really weird. It makes you wonder if like he was human or something.
Yeah.
Which would be really fucking weird. That's some chicken in the egg if you
Yeah.
considering that he gets Ganon. God, that's weird. Demise is so fucking weird. Also, he's like a pushover.
Bit.
It's not very hard.
I got kind of confused on like. Well, no, not really. I think like during like the very first part, or the part where you had to like do the Skyward Strikes.
Yeah.
Something about that was like throwing me off.
A lot of people didn't get that because.
Whoa. You still there?
Oh, can you still hear me?
Yeah. You're good.
Because right before that, Fi tells you that you can't Skyward Strike here. So you just don't try. You're like,
Right.
okay, then that sucks. I won't do it. But then, like, I think you have to, like, scan him when he's already beat. And she'll be like, oh, you should be able to do this. Like, oh, he's harnessing power of his lightning. You
Right.
should be able to do this too. Which is like an indirect way of saying, just kidding, you can.
Right. Because I was playing with someone at the time, and we were at the Demise fight, and I was like, "What do I do? Because here I am just kind of like flailing around, trying to fight him. And it's like, I'm not really doing much of anything. So...
Yeah.
But then I like raise up my hand for like a skyward strike.
It's really cool if you do it, and then you just have that that rush of, it's like, I can do it. I
have the power.
Yeah, like the thing that was taken back in your hand. You just feel so powerful.
Yep.
It's very cool. That's another thing I like about games. The like when you lose something and you like take.
Yeah.
And when you get it back, you feel like 10 times the person you were. I really like the. Someday though, I want a game where like you like really helpful abilities, and then you never get them back.
Kind of like Metroid Prime, except you don't eventually recover everything you lost.
Yeah, and well, because like I in mind, but I'm thinking of like narratively, you're playing as a character relies on an ability that maybe hurts up, but because it makes things so much easier, it's a thing you do, and it's like your thing. And then something happens to you, and you're just like horrifically mangled. And you lose the ability that that was like your best ability, and now you have to learn how to like do what everyone else has been doing, and you just feel like super powerless, even though you're like, mid-level or whatever. You just have like, you've just been brought all the way down, and then you work your way back up, right?
Yeah.
With a different set of skills, but once you're at the level you were, you're so used to your new skills, and they're so much better because you made them yourself, that you like would never go back.
Right.
Like, I really want to do a game like that.
That would be kind of cool.
Where you get to be, and then but you get to come all the way around and like feel like you've conquered the thing that pushed you down. I want to give people that.
I'd be down for trying something like that.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's a very, very, very distant idea.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really ambitious stuff that goes along with it, and I don't. But this game, the way this is shaping up, like already conceptually, it would lay a good groundwork for stuff like that, because I feel like, this is an idea that I'm only taking because I'm kind to myself. But it's also so basic that like if I ever down the line I felt like I could into it, like
maybe.
No, I'm just like, that's like thinking wishfully ahead. It's not really right. It's like not. It's sort of like premature, but I'm just saying like that's the benefit of doing things the way we're doing. We're not getting overly ambitious. Like
we're not Peter Molyneuxing this thing.
Yeah, that would be really.
Yikes.
Yeah. Because like a lot of the stuff that's in those plugins is, but a lot of it I don't think I'll need because I'm trying to make a game that's really simple.
Yeah.
That's like really straightforward. That doesn't have a lot of like superfluousness. And the thing I've been trying to get to stories here is that in Golden Sun, right?
Yeah.
You get stronger as you level up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Like it's noticeable, but it's like
But at the
it's
same
nowhere
time,
near as much as benefit you get when you equip a Jin.
yeah,
Like when you equip a Jin, you jump the equivalent of like it's like 5 levels. It's a lot, and you get like by the end of the game, everybody has on them like I don't know what. It's like
at least 8.
yeah, at least 8. Well, 8 if you're playing. Yeah, 8. And if you're playing the second game, everybody has. So it's just like the progression of that game, while on some level tied to beating bosses and beating monsters and like getting stronger, like through some like arbitrary number.
Yeah.
There is you can really like bookmark like or like check the major leaps in progress in the game by the moments you get the Jin, because every time you do, not only do you like get a bunch of stat boosts like as if you leveled up, but you also get like new skills because every 2 or so Jin of the same like combination tree or whatever,
Yeah.
you end up with like a new set of skills.
Another thing I've noticed too, like one thing that like kept me going. Well, one thing I found interesting, not really kept me going, but the fact that you get a class change every time you equip a new Jin.
Right. And if you were using a similar element combination, like it wouldn't you'd stay with the same skills, but like if you pushed it in another, like once everybody got like in,
Yeah.
you could see a bunch of different. But then like once they had like 6 or 7, 5 or 6, you had like 3 times as many. You could, because of like the way you could mix.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you remember, but like it's one thing if you're mixing like 2 of this type and 1 of this, or 3 of this type, or like 1 of this type and 3 of this type. But like when you're able to go, okay, I'll have 2 and 3 of this type, or 4 of this type, 3 of. You're starting to see changes in like the class system that are really different and new, even that late in the game.
Right.
So like really, you level up, but when you get Jin is when the really meaningful changes.
Yeah. Because like
and
that was the funny thing for me, because like back when I first started playing like Golden Sun, I just assumed it would just be like, this is just naive young me at like maybe like 14.
Mm-hmm.
And like I just assumed that, hey, this is probably just gonna work exactly like every other RPG I played. I just level up and stuff. Because like I think when I first played through that game, like before I meaningfully played through it and actually beat the game, like I barely got any Jin.
Right. But the way is like it has its own kind of like expectation language. Like it's not like you just like, it's not like the FF summon
Right.
out there. Hell if I'm gonna find them all.
Yeah,
Like,
that's kind of how I felt about it, because I did come across the ones that like came in the story and stuff like that. But like to actually go out of my way to know that there are actually more out there, I didn't do that.
So yeah, here's the thing. Once you've reached a certain, noticed a pattern whereby every certain area of a certain size that basically every new area you get is going to have a Jin somewhere hidden in it.
Yeah.
If it's a town, there's going to be a Jin. If there's a dungeon, there's going to be a Jin. Even if it's like a forest, as long as it's a named area, although there are some on the world map too, you're going to you're gonna find a Jin. So if you like notice that you didn't find one somewhere, you can probably deduce that there's one there. It's kind of like Mario 64. You're like, I have 5 stars. There's another one somewhere. Like, or like if you've seen the 5th star, right?
Yeah.
You still know that there's a, or like you don't have 100 coins.
And you know that you haven't gotten the star for that yet.
Yeah, it's like the Gold Skull Chula tokens. You look there. There's something there.
Yeah.
But scouring for Jin was easier because them. And it was like just like those Ultra Ball Paper Mario. You were like, I have to find those because those are the only way I can meaningfully improve. You didn't really level your partners up. You just upgraded.
Yeah.
You wholesale classed them up.
Just like in Paper Mario.
That's what I was saying, Paper Mario.
Oh, God.
It's okay.
Trust me, I'm listening.
No, I know you are. What I'm hoping to do is to replicate level.
Okay.
Like, the meaningful growth happens through exploration. Go find the goodies. Those are what let you get big. Your skill points, yeah, but like, yeah, and that's why I'm nervous because they're element based, meaning that they add elemental. Oh, I got it. Figured it.
Oh.
Okay, so pretty much every enemy in the game is going to be an elemental, because the plot is going to be that there's these people running around with white masks, and they each have like a number on them.
Yeah.
And so any other masks with that number, the white mask controls them.
Huh.
So there's red ones that control fire. And if it has a red, like if it's red and it has the number 6 white mask, but there can be combinations, and some of them might be holding swords, some of them might be holding like bows or whatever. So kind of generic enemy LGS for those, but there are a lot of variations that can exist. So here's why I'm telling you this. It wouldn't seem in a normal game where plethora of enemies and only some to exploit. It wouldn't seem that important to have these things you attach to your command.
Yeah.
But they do if you if everything you're fighting is going to be, and I mean that's just because of that's for plot reasons mostly, but it works mechanically because it gives having those elements, it gives those a weight that it wouldn't, right?
Yeah.
And that's sort of like, so what I'm hoping to see when you like battle tests and whatnot is that without those, the battles are hard.
Okay.
They really drag on because you don't have anything to exploit these weaknesses that are there, and like when you have even just one person in your party who does,
that might not be it. Like you might need something more than that.
Oh, you will eventually. Because, like if I put the thing on, if I put the like the little fire prismid on Adam's sword, anytime Adam hits something with his sword, right?
Yeah.
So So, you know, if I'm up against a bunch of struggling because they have a lot of health or whatever, suddenly Adam is going to be like my godsend. And, you know, if I don't want to use him because they're resisting, I can take that Prismid and stick it on something else like Seal's Bow, or hell, you can put it on non-weapon.
Oh.
The plan here is to act on something representing each command that the person.
Okay.
So for Nova, he heals with one end of his bless. So his heal command can have a Prismid, and his bless command. You're sticking 2 Prismids on the ends. That's what that looks like.
Okay.
One of his commands is pray. If you put that on,
That's a really special one, actually.
Yeah.
Because that's the one that lets him transform. If you put that on his cape, I think it is, it will affect when he does pray. But if you put it on his bag, it will affect his cure command, which means that there'll be that elemental bonus or whatever. Instead of being applied to some like action he's doing, it'll be applied to an item that. So anytime he heals somebody with a potion, while say there's a fire thing attached to his pouch, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna augment that to ward fire for whoever drinks it.
Okay.
So it's sort of like there's I want there to be an extensibility of each action, each command. That's why we got that custom commands.
Makes sense.
Playing with that because that's going to be key. Sort of got a lot riding on that one.
Yeah.
I hope it's good and like, you know.
Hopefully it is. I'm sure it will be.
I just hope it's like really extensive because we're really going to be breaking things down. Not going to be a lot of room for errors that can be disguised by, you know, high damage numbers or something.
Yeah.
It's weird because like, especially when you have like a damage cap, like FF8 is really cool, but it's really hampered by the fact that they didn't scale for you being
like a monstrous god among men.
Yeah, because like the game is really easy to break.
Yeah.
Like encouraging you to like exploit the battle system because it's like about exploitation. You are doing it wrong if you don't exploit it in some way. If you aren't trying to like push the envelope, make something do way more damage than it should because you've junctioned fucking flare to it. Like like when you junction flare and you're just or to your attack. So like all your
attacks have death on them.
That's a really good one because it's just like oh, it didn't do any damage, but you're dead.
Yep.
Like, yeah, that game is like sort of it's sort of like what I'm trying to do, stack instead of command.
Right. Do that.
I'm really looking forward to this.
Me too.
Like, and now that I have like a really clear idea, I just have to push toward. And one thing that's fun about this, I really realized this early on, and that's why the dungeons were so good.
Yeah.
Is they realized having a progression that relies on like people finding these like goodies. It lets us like make a game that's like naturally has a lot of secrets.
Ooh.
Yeah, and so it makes dungeons that are very like, I don't want to say non-linear, but like dungeons that are like more exploratory than they would be. A lot of RPGs, like even like well-respected ones, dungeons are just like pretty hallways.
Yeah.
Like they don't. Um, there's no reason to like go off the beaten path, except for maybe like, oh, there's a chest. You know, it's not like there's like whole side routes or something, or like alternate ways of doing a puzzle that might, you know, yield you like something great, like a gin or something.
Yeah.
And I want to know what you think of this, because it's something that I was thinking about. So Paper Mario, the way that it does attack up, you know, stuff.
Yeah.
It actually
Wait.
is. You get these rare. You find these bits of. Like you get like the new boots or the new hand. That happens like 4 times and that's it, right?
Yeah.
And then with the partners, you know, they get do their when they find the ultra block, so they get that twice. I was thinking, what if in addition to the benefits you get finding new, what if you also have to find new weapons in order to what am I trying to say? What if we gate your attack going up behind you weapon?
Wait. Could you repeat that one more time? Because you were breaking up through that whole
I'm
sentence.
sorry. So what if
you getting a skill point that you allocate with the option of giving it to your increase your attack is actually to increase is to get a new weapon, right? It's to get that new, like, you know how in like Zelda you really get to until you get the Master Sword?
Yeah.
Like that's a big fucking deal when you do that.
Right, because that's like the last sword you get sometimes.
Oftentimes it is. That's why Link to the ridiculous. Because it's the one game where the gets dwarfed by everything. You swing at it.
Yeah.
Swing it at. But yeah, I just think I'm wondering if there's something to, because on the one hand it's like, you know, oh well, practice get stronger, they should get stronger. But what if they just don't? What if we'll think, bear with me here.
Right.
So what if, you know how I had a bunch of those commands, like, okay, this does that type of weapon damage, but the damage is sourced, the damage number is sourced from a different stat, right?
Yeah.
What if those are just static stats, right? So Adam always slashes better than he thrusts because he's just a stronger person than dexterous. That way, when you actually start upgrading his equipment, there's still some identity left in the way they fight. Because you can, like a lot of games are like, well, you can train people.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like in real life, people have more limitations than they to admit. And I feel like constantly fighting against that destructive, because you can try to change until you destroyed, like the person you were, right? Like,
Yeah.
But you could also just like, and I mean sometimes it's the right thing to do, sometimes change.
Right.
But like, I feel like if there's a bunch of stats and you have these natural talents, you maybe want to improve two others. I sort of feel like the min-maxing philosophy of RPGs, whereby you like attack the whole set to improve yourself,
Right.
is sort of unrealistic. In Fire Emblem, when you're like, oh, you train a person who like can barely lift a sword, can like it trains hard enough, they can be like building a legendary like bigger than.
Kind of like
That's very anime and entertaining.
yeah.
It just looks ridiculous. Clearly born to be a heavy armor knight, and now they're on top of like a looking really like they're like too big, and they're just like this big bulky person is like, I will lie gracefully describe. I'm not saying people shouldn't
Yeah.
want to be, but I think having tried to be a different person at different junctures in life sort of got me experience that like sometimes it works and it feels great and natural and it comes to me. Sometimes it takes a little more.
Yeah.
But there are times where it's not. There's times where it's like destructive, and I sort of feel like you deserve in an RPG system. You don't have to necessarily get rid of that, like restrict that particular feeling, that particular restriction, and still make it so that you can like improve the character. I think you can. I'm just wondering, because you know, RPGs place such a value on character growth that like if you gate something off, you know, it feels like you didn't kind of want to play it.
A lot of people kind of like the whole min-maxing thing, though.
That's the thing, though. It makes the game so much less interesting.
It does.
I mean, it's interesting but if the min-maxing makes everybody the same, then it's interesting. It's like FF6 really. But he's the same now. So because we can do that.
Yeah.
Because not only is Kefka weak, but this game is way too easy to exploit.
Yep.
And you know, Golden Sun actually has a different kind of adjacent where everybody has to be different because you know they can't have everybody's. If you move Jin, you have to trade.
Yeah.
Like everybody's gonna move Jin one place. The Jin that you're moving from that place are gonna go somewhere. You have to find a setup that works, not just with the character but the other characters who are inside them.
Yeah.
It's one of the core things of Golden challenges, like not just finding a class you like finding other classes that don't suck. Like, oh, I made Isaac a ninja, but now like the two of you are diviners. This sucks. Like,
yeah.
So like everybody gets to be different, only as long as everyone is the same or is a compatible type of different.
Right.
Which isn't, I don't feel like is bad messaging. I don't think they meant anything by that. It's just sort of the way it shook out. But I do think that it has a side effect of revealing, while there's a little bit of uniqueness, sort of like their build, like the big guys have a certain, and the girls, mostly the girls that aren't Jenna, have a certain
subset of classes.
Yeah.
But you know, they share some of Ivan and Gina, or sorry, Ivan and Gina, who share some of that with, and who shares some of that. There's they're gradients of each other, but the thing that it's just sort of wild to me is that for the most part, everybody can be most anything. So
Yeah.
you know, everyone is different in Golden State. They're also kind of, because they can all take the same gym and learn a lot of the skills. And yeah.
Yeah.
I think the nightmare scenario, like Fire Emblem Awakening late game, impossibly strong, and can be like almost any, like every character can be like at least half the classes. And like once you've cross-trained them, they all do the same shit.
Yeah. They're all the same
do
person.
They all do it, and they all do it well. The stat caps are balanced, which is like a blessing when you compare it to other. Curse when you are like realizing that, you know, these characters who seem so different at the beginning are now like very much just palette swaps of each other, or like cosmetically different, but mechanically same.
Yeah.
Like early on, Donald, like the best student, right?
Yeah.
But
Donald's stupid.
Dude, Donald's awesome.
I know.
So here's the thing about Donald, though. Donald is the most amazing character, except really all he is he's the same amazing as everyone. He just gets there sooner.
Yeah.
Everyone else ends up being just as strong, if not stronger than Donald. They just take longer to get. It's sort of like, it's actually kind of frustrating, because if you use him a lot, because, you know, it's so worthwhile, but late game you feel like he sort of gets, he sort of pays up.
Yeah.
Right, it's your turn to be on the bench, Donnie, because now everybody's the same in the big leagues, which is interesting.
Yeah.
It's just funny. Like, the only characters that are like a tier difference, you know, are the ones that have like are like, you know, Crom because he has Aether, or like, I don't know, people who can be dancers or whatever. People related to dragons or some shit.
Yeah.
Dragon fighters. Moogs, why do people want to fight?
I couldn't even begin to tell you. Because I don't even know myself.
It's one of the great mysteries of this world.
It really is.
Why do dragons possess such power?
Who knows?
One day we'll share it with them, and then we can put this to rest.
Hopefully we can put it to rest.
Yes, yes. We can rest easy. No. There was a reason all had these dragons. I mean, like everything that has dragons into the dragon. Especially if the dragons can turn into people.
Yeah.
Which, I guess that makes more sense, but also, like, what, I want to know what fantasy first did that. It's not like, an innate thing about like drag, like Western dragon they were conceptualized, right?
Yeah. I think so.
Thought that up. Who made that? Like the, like you know, how, like Tolkien made like elves being super, like who did the fucking dragon thing? Who wrote the rules for dragons?
I'm assuming that maybe it's probably the guy who did Game of Thrones.
No, that's too recent.
Well, I mean the book series, not the show.
Yeah, he wrote those only like 10,
Oh.
12 years ago. The people have been turning into dragons in much longer. I mean, Fire Emblem's been doing it since FE1 in 1990.
Well, yeah.
Oh no. Like, and specifically the way they do it, the stone being how, like that predates Fire Emblem somewhere because I've heard it other places. Like canonized that pop culture.
Huh.
Thought about that? You thought about like someone just like says something, people think it's cool enough that
That it's fact.
it's the fact, even when like it's person like that you're dealing with.
Well, I mean, we are part of the Zelda fandom.
We are part of the what?
We are part of the Zelda fandom, so.
Yeah, and I'm sure Zelda established some. I feel like a lot of its stuff comes from other.
I feel like I feel like the one series that probably gets it the worst is probably Metroid.
What do you mean?
Just in the term of just games coming out when they should not have come out.
Well, I mean, that only happened like to what?
Federation Force, pretty much.
Oh, you mean timing?
Yeah, because I can understand the hate for other M, but I honestly thought that Federation Force was alright.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I wish more people played it online.
It was a really fun game to play with, which, of course, none of the people who said about it play a video game with a person.
Yeah.
Maybe not even for lack of trying.
Yeah. I'm actually trying to solo hard mode on Federation Force right now.
That's really fucking hard, dude.
I know.
God, soloing normal mode.
Soloing normal mode is somewhat easy if you're using Lone Wolf and all the like
special solo mode stuff.
Yeah.
That game and Triforce Heroes.
I would not solo Triforce Heroes. I've tried that and it's just it's an exercise in futility. That's how
I'll be right back.
All right.
Girls.
But yeah, I feel like so far, like the hardest part for Federation Force hard mode solo, for me,
Where are
is
you?
just.
What did you say?
I feel like the hardest part for this playing Federation Force solo on hard mode, at least for me right now, is just getting emblems.
God, yeah. I sort of gave up on achievement aspect of that game when I realized that.
Yeah, because it's like once the online died,
Well, it was before that. I realized that I was gonna have to wait on just way too hard. And it's just like
yeah.
fun, but that game could have succeeded and been.
I remember people still. I remember when Metroid Samus Returns first came out. There was this one guy who was doing a reaction video during it because it was like right before the treehouse started. And as soon as he saw it, he was like, "This better not be that Colonial Marines Metroid bullshit." And I'm like, "Damn."
Wow, have you do you know any of those?
I forget who it was, because, like, usually whenever anything happens, I just start looking up reaction videos to see what they thought about, what people thought about certain things. I don't know why I do that. I
It's
just do.
Chaos Twink.
Yeah, I can't. I saw that you guys were still alive, and I was like, okay. I can't get to sleep, so I'm like, I might as well just hang out with y'all.
Yeah.
Aww, we're happy to keep you away.
You're
Yep.
happy to keep me awake. Well, so I'm here. What are you playing still, Luke?
I'm playing Quake.
Oh, interesting. What are you playing, Nova, that you need to get out of a room from?
I'm playing Hyrule,
Oh,
which you could have guessed.
yeah, I'm just, every time you're playing something, I'm automatically determining it's, because that's, I don't think you, do you play anything else?
Not right now.
Yeah. I was telling them about how I'm trying to go through hard mode. I'm trying to solo hard mode on Metroid Prime Federation Force because no one plays it anymore.
Yeah. Why are you playing it?
Because it's a good game.
Okay. Yeah. Better than Prime Hunters, I'm guessing.
No. That game
No,
is the GOAT.
No. Are you
Is he pulling
serious?
my leg?
Oh.
Dude, I freaking love Hunters. But it's mostly for the online. It was mostly for the online.
Wow.
Wow, okay.
You're so broken.
I know. I mean, I love playing online until people started hacking.
Yeah, it was fun for like a week.
Oh, I was playing it for longer than that.
Just got so like aggravating. Like
But I think the worst thing though was when people just was like getting the Imperialist and then just camping.
well, I don't like hunters, along with the fact of the control.
See, I kind of like the way that it controlled because at least in my mind, I feel like a lot of people back then was like, oh, the only way to go for first-person shooters is like dual analog, and I'm like, no, it's a mouse and keyboard, and
Wait,
like,
but that was dual analog.
no, the touchscreen, that's what made it.
Oh.
That's what made it to me feel like perfect mouse controls.
You know, I never did it with.
It's a
I
it's
don't think I did.
in my opinion, I feel like it's a lot better with the touchscreen. Because I mean, like, the only thing you have to worry about is jumping. But the thing with that is you just have to tap on the touchscreen while you're aiming to jump.
See, games like that honestly start to hurt my hands after a while because that's how Kid Icarus controls, and it's honestly one of the most painful games to play.
I,
Just
I
not that it's a great game. It's
oh
just
no, no,
actually
yeah.
painful to play.
I just fought through the pain.
Yeah,
That's how
did.
much I
did
love that game.
But what I did is I kind of made like a makeshift stand kind of thing to kind of
The
cope with it.
comfortable one, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, not the one I brought. It was oh yeah, it was the digital copy. That's why. I bought it digitally.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know about that stand until after I bought it.
Yeah, if you bought the game physically, it actually came in a box and it came with a stand for the game.
Ah, well now I know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Yep. I made it to a point of no return in Final Fantasy IX.
Ooh.
That's something. At least I don't. It's not actually like a point of no return. You can't leave. You'll eventually be able to leave, but I can't go anywhere else until I beat it. Yeah. I'm not gonna say though, because Noah has not beaten the game. He's not even gone very far. He doesn't even know what it is yet.
Eagles. What's wrong? Come a little closer.
No.
What?
You never seen
Star Fox 64?
Star Fox 64?
Oh. I just can remember that was from there. I had the DS version. 3DS anyway.
That should still be on there.
It's still in there, man. Al.
Yeah, well, it's been a good maybe 3 years since I played it,
So
so
play it again.
Let's see.
I don't have a 3DS. I sold it, which is now one of my worst decisions ever made.
I stopped selling my games.
Yeah, well, when you're dumb like I was, you know, you do dumb things.
I say that I stopped selling my games, but there was a time where I did like trade in stuff that I wasn't playing anymore to get different games.
I would only trade something that I know that I don't ever want to play again.
Yeah, same here.
But they're usually few and far between those types of games.
Yeah, because
Like,
usually if I buy a game, I'm buying to keep it because I know what I'm getting myself into.
None of my physical games I would ever get rid of. They're all very great games.
Great games. Tremendous games.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Stop it.
What's wrong? Come a little closer.
How about no? You stay the fuck away from me, man.
Toya.
What the hell?
Dude, Toon Link sorry, Young Link is really not okay.
I really wish that Young Link in Smash had like Majora's Mask stuff.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
it's just Link but younger.
What an oversight.
Yeah. Cause like I would have assumed that like to change him up for like the game or something, that they would have at least given him like, well, maybe not transformations, but maybe
Give him the fierce deity.
yeah, give that to him as the final smash, but it's just Link's final smash.
Yeah, but he shouldn't.
Oh, I didn't even know it was
Smart.
Splatoon 2's birthday yesterday. Well, then, okay. Didn't know that.
They timed it. They timed it!
Was that the last Splatfest just now, or was
Yeah.
who won?
Team Chaos did.
What's the bid?
Agent 8 was none too happy.
Yeah, that.
Why?
I don't know.
Because,
Team Order.
yes.
Because the horniness.
Yep. Agent 8 sadly was horny on main, and that was her downfall.
Demise. Wow.
One mistake.
Yeah, never go horny on main.
We're sorry for your loss. Not sorry. Does make me kind of glad that I did not join Team Order. Mostly,
Yeah.
but from what I heard, what Navi and Ski told me, is that it was very close.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If I had Splatoon, I would definitely do Chaos, because, I mean, have you met me?
Yeah.
No, I have not met.
Well,
you. Who are you, good sir?
Agent of Chaos.
I should probably leave you
Reginald
alone.
Tinklebottoms. Sorry.
The
Yeah.
mayor of Bikini Bottom?
Reginald Sir Tinklebottoms. That is my name, sir.
Oh my god.
Esquire.
It happened.
Don't forget
Of the
that.
third moon of Endor.
Of the third moon.
Third
Born.
moon of Endor.
Born on.
Fuck! Cuckoos! Get the fuck out of here!
Oh.
Fuck y'all! Unit types. The strongest one. Cuckoo. They don't flinch.
Baby.
Don't fuck around.
Mm.
You know who else doesn't fuck around? Gold cuckoos.
Who? What?
Yeah.
Who?
Chocobos.
I was saying gold cuckoos.
Yeah, I just killed 2 of them and
Oh wait, wow. I just called it. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Cuckoos.
Moogs. I was only mimicking witches.
deep cuck energy.
Mm. Okay.
Big cuck energy.
Yup. I'm really feeling it.
Astral-
Now it's Rhine time.
It's never rain time.
The alpha cock himself.
Damn right.
Mm-hmm.
I keep popping my back. I feel like I probably need to get a better like gaming chair for like better back support.
Yeah, it's extreme.
Well, mostly because whenever I tend to play games, I'm almost always slouching, and I need to stop doing that.
Yeah. You don't have a death jump.
I don't. I actually don't have to worry about that.
A bit of insurance. How many more enemies do I have to kill before Bring baby next. 1300. That is not.
Yikes.
1300 is not very many.
Oh well,
That'll
yeah.
happen. That'll happen by the end of this mission. At the end of this mission, I will have. Where's what?
Oh yeah, have you unlocked Exorcism on any of your?
I unlocked it on the Master Sword. and I haven't yet, but I'm about to.
Okay. Because that was like what, 15,000 kills or something like that?
It's 10,000 definitive.
Okay.
They fix it, except that they don't because they raise the requirements for getting exorcism, so that you have to have every single game whittling it down.
Wow.
Yeah, which is
Oh my god. I almost got mauled to death.
Sweet.
Fuck.
Come on, let me out of the room. Come on.
Let me
Come
out!
on.
Let me out!
I fucking hate this. Skull Chila's going to flee while. Open the door.
Let me out!
Force the gold Skull Chila. Sweet.
Oh, thank god.
Odd. Okay.
What the hell?
Mm.
Oh boy, this is getting really annoying.
That.
What?
Oh, that was close. I got surrounded by like 3 Ultra Troopers, and I managed to kill them all before my quad damage like turned off.
Sweet.
Alright, Fierce Deity Link's coming out. Just gonna...
You gonna do?
Sorry. Vengeful.
Vengeful Deity Link?
Okay, so his level 1 weapon is Fierce Deity. His level 2 weapon, Furious Deity.
Oh yeah.
His level 3 weapon is the Vengeful Deity, man. In which he looks the same across. The sword that he holds is different.
The one for Vengeful Deity Mask got a very similar design to the Swords of
Demise.
Yes, which are Ganon's ults.
Wow.
Mm.
So he doesn't have the
so-
double helix in the Vengeful Deity Link?
It is a double helix, but it's styled differently.
Oh.
One of the helix arms is like red and looking, and the other is like a black spine.
Okay.
It's really fucking 12. And then you can get a bright red version, level plus. It's called the Inflamed Deity, which has two elements, dark and fire. So it's the best. Is pretty much the best.
Oh, that's a dick move.
A broken character game. So you can just oh, I'm running out of fierce deity juice. I'll just play the which is special card gauge. I'm back to being crazy today. God, this is so He has to like wait for the battle messages to go. Just about 300 more kills here. Legendary skill. Which will make my inflamed deity master sword level strength.
That's great. That's not good.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Oh, boy, I just got fucked.
Oh dear. Yes. He is probably not getting back out.
I don't say.
I'm not getting back up from that. I feel like I've been streaming a lot longer than 3 hours.
Well, they just shoot sword beam. Or swing. The sword. It just never stops. Just never stops. Maybe it's only a matter of time.
Oh, fuck.
Santa's about to get
Oh, fuck.
58 kills. Skill unlocked.
Nice.
Legendary. It does legendary. Increases base weapon strength to not counting rank and stars.
Oh.
So 560 plus the 4 plus rank plus 5 stars. That's the strongest you.
I think I'm gonna stop streaming for tonight.
Alright.
So everybody say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Have a good one.